name is Samantha Cortez. I live in Corpus Christi, Texas. And I'm a mom to two little ones. So I have a 3-year-old daughter and I have a 1-year-old son. My husband's in the Army. We travel a lot. We go a lot of places. We're actually in the process of moving to Missouri right now. So our lives are crazy hectic and crazy busy. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I have been in Mary Kay for 5 years now. It's been the breadwinner of my family for all 5 years. And I've been a director for 5 years. I've earned 4 free cars through the business. I'm currently driving and sitting in my pink Cadillac. I love my job and I love the freedom and flexibility and all the things that it gives me, which you're going to hear about a little bit later. But I am a tomboy at heart. I live on a farm and I never thought makeup would be my situation, but it is. So that's a little bit about me. And Lauren, I'll pass it off to you.
Hi, my name is Lauren Wolf. I am also a sales director. I've been in Mary Kay almost 6 years and been a sales director almost 6 years as well. I have earned 5 free cars. I think you lose track after you earn so many. That sounds really bad, but you kind of do. I have an 8-month-old little girl, and I get to stay at home with my little girl 7 days a week. And yeah, that's. I'll talk more about the freedom and flexibility here in a minute. But
I actually met my husband from Mary Kay. Fun fact about me. I've been in for 3 years, and this is actually my second time in Mary Kay. And thank goodness for it, because I used to be a hairdresser, and because of COVID, we shut down. So I have 3 babies. One of which came from my body, but the other 2 I love just as much. And Mary Kay has been a very big blessing, especially with all the moves that I have done. I have had so many moves in the last 3 years.
Okay, so one of my favorite things, there's multiple things that I love about this business, but freedom and flexibility has got to be one of my favorites, because when I started my business, I was not just looking for something extra to do. I didn't just have a bunch of free time on my hands and, oh, I'm bored, I'll just pick up an extra hobby. That was not my life. I was working full-time, 40 hours a week as a preschool teacher. I was going to school full-time, finishing my master's degree in early childhood education. My goal was to either become a kindergarten teacher or open my own preschool. And so when I used to think about, okay, I want to start my own business and open my own preschool, that would have cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars. But then I was presented with the Mary Kay business opportunity, and I honestly started because I wanted a 50% discount. I knew nothing about the products. I knew nothing about skincare and makeup. I knew nothing, but I was like, I know a good deal. 50% off is a really good deal. So I started my business. I honestly just worked it whenever I had time. I'm being dead serious. Whenever I had time. Usually it was like 2 days a week. On Tuesday nights, we would have our unit meetings. And so I would go for an hour. And then Saturday mornings, I would do an hour at our studio and do facials there. So literally like 2 to 3 hours a week is when I would work my business. And within 4 months, I earned my first free car. And in 5 months, I became a sales director and was quadrupling my income as a preschool teacher. So that's what I love about this too, is that all 3 of us here had other careers going on, or career paths or school or whatever going on whenever we started Mary Kay. And we've all had the opportunity to make this our full-time thing. Now, granted, it doesn't have to be. We're not saying you have to quit your job and do Mary Kay full-time. No, that's just an opportunity that was presented to us because of the income potential with this business. And so having that freedom of choices is such a big thing in this business. Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy choices. And so whenever you are feeling, because we've all been there, especially with COVID and everything going on. I mean, how many of you, put in the comments, how many of you have your income has been affected by the pandemic? How many of you got laid off from your job? How many of you got fired from your job? How many of you had to try and find a second job or second form of income? But I will tell you, our Mary Kay business has been stronger than ever. The best part about this business is it's always been, today is Mary Kay's 103rd birthday, what would have been her 103rd birthday. So let me just say that she started this business when she was 45 years old. So that goes to show too that no matter how old you are, you can start this business and you can be successful at it, because here we are 50 some odd years later, and the business is still going strong, and the business is pivoting. This business was all about face-to-face interaction, doing in-person appointments, and now we have the best of both worlds because we ventured off into virtual appointments, and you have the opportunity to go back and do face-to-face. So again, that flexibility to work this whenever you have time. Like I said earlier, I stay home with my 8-month-old daughter. We are home all day, every day with each other. And that is, I never thought I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Never. I'm going to be that person. Some of you are probably going to want to kick my butt. But I was like, I'm going to be bored if I'm a stay-at-home mom because they're like, what do you do all day? It's boring. No, it's not. I take it back. No, it's not. There's constantly something to do. But I also am that type of woman that needs fulfillment from like adult women and adult conversation, not just like da all day long. So that's what I love about this business, is having the opportunity to work in and out my Mary Kay business whenever it works for me. And you can ask a lot of my consultants that are on here, whenever I'm live in my unit page doing a video, a lot of times even doing videos like this, I have Peyton Jane on my hip. She likes to be center of attention, but that's the best part about this business. This is all about women, encouraging women, and having the ability to work this business around your life instead of working your life around a job is a true blessing.
That's huge because I have 2 little ones and I don't put them in daycare. I don't have any form of childcare, and that's a personal preference. That's no like dog on anybody who does. That's just a personal preference because I was in childcare a lot growing up. And so I always had it on my heart that I wanted to be a present parent. It gives me the ability to be a mom, but also be a successful businesswoman. And I do calls with my kids all the time. I just trained a top call last weekend with both kids on my lap and screaming all over the place and going psycho and all the things. And I was like, what other place would this be welcome? And everybody kept telling me, I was like, I'm so sorry. And everybody was like, don't be sorry. That's showing your real life. Like, that's amazing. That's showing your real life.
I can go get my nails done or go browse around in Target with the Starbucks and just live my life and have 10 minutes to myself. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying with the flexibility that you can honestly have the best of both worlds, and you can create your best world, because there is no cookie cutter consultant. There is no cookie cutter way to run this business. You get to create what you want from this business.
Works for you. Like, it works for absolutely everybody because you can just kind of plug it in and you don't have to join and be like a full-time consultant right off the bat. Or, you know, maybe you want to join just for the discount, or maybe you want to join just to kind of do it like part-time, just to, you know, have some extra grocery money. Or maybe.
And so actually that was the reason why I joined Mary Kay. I didn't join for the money. I didn't join for the product. I mean, it's all great. But I joined for the friends. Because I like to feel like I belong and I'm loved. And something about me is the second time that I joined, since I've joined in this 3 years, I've moved 7 times. And I've always been able to plug in wherever I go. I was in Texas, I was in Michigan, I've been, you know, a few places in Florida here. And the really cool thing about Mary Kay is that we have this program called the Adoptee Program. So my unit actually right now is in Texas with Samantha, and I'll be moving to Missouri, but I can still go wherever I want and work my business from wherever I'm at. And still be connected locally if I need that human interaction, I guess you could say. So that's a really big thing for me, and I love that. And, you know, the people who take you in, you know, they don't make anything from me, but it's just the community that we have as far as like all of us in Mary Kay, we're just, everybody's a sister. Everybody's a sister. So another thing that, as far as personal development goes, I have a 3-year-old. So in this last 3 years, I felt like I've lost myself. I lost myself when I first became a mom because, you know, when you're a first time mom, like you're super like obsessed with your baby and like you don't really go out much and, you know, all the things. And even with COVID, the same thing happened with me with COVID, with being stuck inside, was I lost myself. And being able to have a place to plug into once a week, our meetings that we have once a week that are virtual, or now becoming in person again with everything and how it's developing and getting better. I have built my confidence back up because I used to be super extroverted. When I was 18, 19, I didn't care. I was like, hey, like all up and like excited and giddy. And now I'm super introverted. I will say that I'm super introverted, and I really I went through a lot of like depressing moments in my life, and I've always had somebody who's been there for me, and I just feel like a completely different person, much more confident. It also has taught me a lot of things about being a better person. And because of it, I am a better mom. I'm a better wife. I'm a better friend. I'm a better neighbor. I mean, like all the things. And also this business allows me to dream, and I can dream to no extent. Like no dream is too small. No dream is too big. I can dream and I can make it happen. And then the last thing is that this business has taught me how to balance my life. And what I mean by that is because I am a hot mess when it comes to organization and trying to keep myself together and making sure I'm getting all the things done. But seriously, it has made me be more aware of my time management, especially with 3 kids, or 4 if you include the husband, and trying to be a mom and trying to provide and bring in money and still remain a person of society, or have friends, like a friendship, have friends still.
Usually $100. It's only $30 to start your business. 30. Okay. So let's think about this for a second. Maybe you're somebody who just loves the product. And you're like, oh my gosh, I love the product. I love the product. Do you know whenever you become a consultant, you get 50% off of all of the product? You don't have to work this like a full-time business to be a consultant. It's not required. Okay, it's not required, but it's an option. Just like Lauren said, it's an option. There's so many options. You don't have to work it full-time. You can do it part-time just for grocery money, or just for play money, or just for whatever.
So we actually have multiple different forms of commission. The first is obviously sales. We're talking about selling product. And so we make the highest commission out of any direct selling company in the business. We make 50% of commission. The first is obviously sales. We're talking about selling product. And so we make the highest commission out of any direct selling company in the business. We make 50% profit right out of the gate. So it's not like you have to get to a certain level and then you make a certain percentage of your sales right out of the gate. You can be a brand new consultant, start tonight, go sell a skincare set and make 50% of that right then and there. That is instant cash. You get paid right whenever the customer pays you. You don't have to wait a week for that to drop into your account, anything like that. You get paid instantly. So that's our first way. Our second way is team building commission. And what I love about this is that Mary Kay is not a pyramid model. That is actually illegal. So if you're in something that the pyramid scheme, whatever, that's illegal, out of it. So this is actually dual marketing, which means that, Catherine is on Sam's team, but Catherine can surpass Sam and make more than she does, earn the better, next car, whatever. And Sam's not going to get penalized because she works her own business. Catherine works her own business. This is dual marketing. So we work side by side. We help each other, but we don't take money from each other. So let's say that you decide to join my team tonight and you go and you sell $100 worth of stuff. I'm not going to sit there and be like, all right, give me my cut now. None of that is mine. You make your money from your own sales. We make team building commission. We don't even make commission whenever you sign up. There are a lot of other companies out there that want you sign because they make money right whenever you sign that agreement. That's not how Mary Kay works. Your recruiter does not make money until you are successful. Your recruiter is going to make team building commission from helping you become successful in that business. And so doesn't that feel good? If you were in corporate America and that's how that worked, that your CEO wouldn't make money unless you were making money and you were successful, wouldn't that make a difference of where you want to work and all that? So that's what I love, our second form of income. And then last is our car program. And so I'm just going to keep it short and sweet about the cars. We have like 15 million types of cars. Not really. There's like 6. But a lot of people know about like the pink Cadillacs. There's actually multiple different levels of career cars. And so let's say that you're like, I drive a Lamborghini and I don't want one of your dinky Mary Kay cars. You can actually take cash compensation, which by the way, they're not dinky. You get the newest year, newest model, fully loaded. They pay for up to 85% of your insurance. Like it's legit. And I was that skeptic person, was like, unless you're like the top of the company, you don't make a car. And then I earned a car in 4 months. So that just goes to show that like literally, yeah, you can do it. Anybody can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So you can take cash compensation. So depending on what level vehicle that you earn, you can actually earn between $400 to $900 a month cash compensation. So again, that is another form of payment.
Comments. What do you say to those who say that they've done it and they were not successful?
Try
This is
again.
going to sound kind of harsh. I'm a very to the point, blunt person. If you weren't successful, you didn't work it.
Okay, how
My
I
problem.
see this
Like
is if you were to get a gym membership and you decide not to go to the gym, you're not going to use the equipment, or maybe you go and you like stand there, you know, and you do the whole like I'm in my gym outfit and I have like my water bottle and I'm going to like maybe get on the elliptical for 5 minutes and then I'm going to go home. Are you going to get mad at the gym that you did not lose weight? No, that doesn't make sense. So that's exactly like this business. You can't get mad at the business if you aren't successful in it, because it's you were the one not working. So if you work the business, you will make money. You will be successful, but you have to be willing to put into it what you get out of it.
Try it for yourself, and you have to give it a go, because the only way you're going to fail is if you quit. At the end of the day, the only way you're going to fail.
You have to determine your success based off someone else's failure. Because think about all like the jobs people have been fired from or something because they weren't like qualified. But then does that make you scared to go apply for any job? No, because that just means that wasn't in their path, but it may be in yours.
Last night we talked about something. When the waitress comes up to you and asks you for a piece of cake, and you're like, no, like I'm okay, I don't want dessert. Okay, do you really think the waitress thinks about that as she's failing at her job? No, she's not failing. Chocolate cake isn't for everybody. Like, it's not for everybody.
It's for me.
I mean, seriously, y'all are overthinking. You're overthinking it. It's so simple. It's either for you or it's not. The Griller starter kit. It's only $30. Okay, it's $30. It's a virtual starter kit, so all it includes is your personal website that people can shop on, and ProPay, which is kind of like PayPal or Square, so that you can run people's debit and credit cards. Okay, so it includes those 2 things for you to really just kickstart your business and get it going.
Virtual things are now, it's a lot easier because you have a lot of different forms of communicating and meeting other people. And as long as you're willing to learn and willing to put in the work, this business will work for you as long as you work it. And something else is you get us. So